Okay, we have started pricing couple of days back, and we try to understand um, what are different price components we can have in the procedure, and what is pricing procedure, what is access sequence, and what are tables, and how we can use tables for arriving at key combinations, so on and so forth. And after that, just we try to understand what are the different controls that we have in condition type. So I will give you a shortcut. 3768. Remember this 3768. This is remember this number. I'll tell you why. So just if you go to pricing configuration, SPRO. If you go to pricing configuration, which is a basic function, this is a major basic function in SAP SD module. And if you say you have a deep understanding of pricing, then just you can be sure that you have almost 50% overview of sales and distribution. Okay. So now just I'll go to basic functions, and in basic functions we have multiple basic functions are there, and we are discussing pricing. So pricing follows condition technique. So what is condition technique? First, when we create a sales order, listen carefully guys, system will determine pricing procedure. So what is the determination rule for pricing procedure? How it gets determined? What is the rule for pricing procedure? How it gets determined?
Sales area,
Mm.
customer pricing procedure, and document pricing procedure.
Wonderful. So yeah, and yeah, that is the determination rule which we maintain in OVKK. So once the procedure is determined, then system will try to find out what are the condition types. Okay, what are the condition types that are there in that pricing procedure? So let us assume system has found, it will go in the sequence. So it will go to first condition type, and it will see what is the access sequence assigned to it. So in the access sequence, it will search for the what are the tables that are maintained. So in the tables, it will find out what is the condition record that we have maintained for each combination. So this is the sequence, and this sequence is called condition technique. So condition technique is nothing but it is a process of determining condition records into the sales document. I will just rephrase it again. So condition technique is nothing but it is a process of determining condition records into the sales document. So condition records are maintained for the combinations that we have updated in tables. Okay, the combinations that we have updated in tables. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so just we'll maintain our records in the combinations of tables, and these tables are put in the sequence, in the access sequence. Okay, and this access sequence is maintained in the condition type, and the list of condition types are maintained in the procedure. Now, so now before going to the procedure, so I have given you a number 3768. So what is 3768? So what is the first step that we have to do? First step is we have to determine, or we have to create our condition tables. So just I'll go here. Okay, define condition tables. So this is the first step. So just I'll say create condition table. So when I say create condition table, it will take me to a screen, and this particular transaction is called v/03. So the condition table can be created with a shortcut. Either you can go by path, or you can directly simply execute v/03. Now once the table is done, we will go to access sequence. The next step in the pricing procedure is just we have to create the access sequence, and where we maintain the list of tables in the sequence. As the name says, we have to maintain the tables that needed to be accessed and those to be placed in a sequence. So just access sequence is the next step. So just the second step is defining the access sequence. So just when you go to defining access sequence, okay, this is from the path I have shown, but if you want to go by shortcut, maybe just I'll go to new entries. Okay, I'll go to the new entries, or maybe just if I wanted to define, okay, you can see this one as the transaction code is v/07. So I will show you. Now just if you execute v/07, okay, just let me open another screen. v/07 is the shortcut. So it actually directly take you through the place where you can actually create your access sequence. v/07 will take you. So that is the second digit. So first digit 3 is v/03 is for tables, V slash 07 is for access sequence. Okay, V slash 06 is for condition type, and V slash 08 is for procedure. Okay, these are the shortcuts. So just remember this number, uh, just as a like blind blind stuff. You can the first digit 3 is for table, and 7 is for access sequence, 6 is for condition types, and 8 is for your procedure. V slash 03, V slash 07, V slash 06, and V slash 08. So this is how the pricing procedure gets determined. So the pricing procedure uses condition technique. Now in the previous session, we tried to understand the different controls that we have in condition types by taking example of 3 conditions. So just we try to understand what are the different controls that we have in condition type by taking example of PR00, MWST, and K004. And we have we try to discuss few controls here. Okay, just we try to understand what is condition class, what is calculation type, what is condition category, and what is its significance, what is the impact of this plus or minus, and what is this rounding rule. And we have even discussed changes which can be made. We have even discussed this particular section, and we try to understand what is reference condition type, what is valid from and valid to, so on and so forth. And we have even discussed condition update. So just I'm taking a pause for the other controls that we have in condition types, because just I wanted to discuss the pricing procedure in detail, which might need 1.5 hours. So today, just I am taking pause for the remaining controls. I'm going to explain the remaining controls, whatever that are left over. So now let us understand and discuss the procedure, how to create a procedure. Now let us assume, now just we'll create our own procedure. So let us assume pricing procedure. Now, when I create a sales order, listen this carefully guys, and if you have any doubt, just please note it down, and I'll give you a pause for questions. So I wanted my procedure. So my condition type is LR00, which we have copied from PR00. I wanted to have this price, and I wanted to have 2 discounts, or maybe these are the 2 discounts I wanted to have in my procedure. And I wanted to have 1 freight condition. Okay. I wanted to have 1 freight condition. I wanted to have tax, and I wanted to have my cost. And so these are the price components I wanted to have in my procedure. In other words, when I create any sales order, okay, I want system to propose all these conditions if the records are maintained. If the records are maintained for that particular combination, I want to see all these conditions in my sales transaction. So now, how do you actually get all these price components in your sales transaction? So as we have discussed, pricing procedure is a procedure where you maintain the different price components in a sequence. So remember, in a sequence is the most catchy word here. Like you have to maintain this in a sequence, because when the program gets executed, it will read these conditions starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this. Okay, this is how system reads. So the sequence in which we place them also matters a lot. Okay, now let us create our own procedure, and while determining pricing procedure, there are 16 fields, okay, that we have to maintain. Okay, while determining or while configuring pricing procedure, there are 16 fields that we need to maintain for each condition type. Each condition type, there would be 16 fields, and each field has got its own significance. Now we are going to discuss all those 16 fields. Okay, today's session, as I said, it is very important, and we are going to discuss 16 fields of pricing. Now let us go to the procedure what we have created yesterday. So I'll go to the procedure, maintain pricing procedure. So just we have created a pricing procedure with only 2 condition types yesterday. Okay, just if you remember, just we have simply created one procedure, just we have given a name. Okay, LGWA01. Why LGWA01? The standard procedure is called RVWA01. The standard procedure which is given by SAP is RVWA01. So this is the standard. So just we wanted to use this as reference. So that is the reason. Since our company is LG Chemicals, so that is the reason just we have taken WA01, this name. Now just we'll go inside, okay, and we okay, I think I have selected 2. Just a minute, I'll come back. Maintain pricing procedure. Now we'll go to the procedure that what we have configured yesterday. Now just we'll go and click on the control data. So as of now, we have only 2 price components are there. Okay, just yesterday what we have done, just we simply maintain 2 line items, price components. One is your price, that is your selling price, and another one is the discount. Just we have simply maintained, and we have not seen the other controls that we have. Okay, we have not discussed the other controls that we have in the procedure. Now we are going to discuss one by one. Okay, just if you count 1, 2, 3 like that, we will have 16 fields. We are going to discuss all these 16 fields, and the basic expectation or the bare minimum, if a consultant, if he claims to have experience of 3 years, the bare minimum he should have all these 16 fields on his or her fingertips. So there is no excuse, and there is no excuse, like you need to have this proper understanding. Now we'll go one by one. So the first field out of those 16 fields, the first field is step. So step is nothing but, as we have discussed, okay, we are going to take this in a sequence. So just the first field is nothing but your step. Step is, I wanted system to read this one, this particular condition type first, then this second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Step is nothing but the sequence in which I want system to read my conditions. Okay, step is nothing but the sequence in which I want system to read my conditions. So when I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then when the system finds, when we create a sales order, okay, when we create a sales order, system automatically determines this procedure LGWA01, and once this procedure is determined, then system will go inside this procedure and it will go according to the step. So it will go to the step 1 and it will try to understand what is a condition type maintained, and it will read all the remaining 15 or 16 fields that are linked to this. Then it will go to the step 2, then it will go to step 3, so on and so forth. So your step is nothing but the sequence in which you want your program to read the conditions. So if you look at here, the step I have maintained as 10, 20 like that. So you can maintain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this, or you can maintain 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 like this. You can give, or you can give 100, 200, 300, whatever. It doesn't matter, but it has to be in the sequence, ascending order. So let us assume I have maintained 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is a sequence in which I have maintained step. Say after using this procedure for maybe 3 years or 4 years, suddenly you realized you wanted to introduce a new discount. Okay, introduce a new discount in between this 2 and 3. As I said, the place where we put my condition type plays a role, important role. You will understand why, how it plays an important role. You will understand shortly when we discuss the remaining fields in pricing procedure. But for time being, understand the sequence in which we place my condition type plays a significant role. So now I wanted to place a discount in between 4 and 5. Now how I can put it? So because your step says it is a sequence, but I don't have any number in between. So in that case, what SAP has given a second option called counter. Counter is nothing but it is a further bifurcation of your step. Okay, so counter means, now what we can do is, so I will, in the step 2, I wanted to add 1. 1 means 2.1, 2.2, 2.3 like this. You can use even counter for further bifurcation of your step. It is nothing but it is further bifurcation of your step. Now just I can add K007. So it is as good as system will read this one first. Second, since I have added 2.1, it will get added in between. And okay, then just 3, 4, 5, 6. So the best practice what generally people do is, they will, that is the reason people generally they try to give in between the step 10, 20, 30 like this. Suppose if it is 10, 20, 30 like this, if you wanted to add anything in between, you could have simply added 21 or 22. So that is the reason people try to give in between the step 10, 20, 30 like this. Suppose if it is 10, 20, 30 like this, if you wanted to add anything in between, you could have simply added 21 or 22. So that is the reason people So in earlier case, the numbering was like this. Just remember, just pay attention. 30, 40, 50, 60. Earlier, the numbering was like this, and you wanted to add a condition in between 20 and 30, then just simply you can use 21. So then system will automatically understand. But let us imagine you have already used 20 to 29, and now you wanted to add one more condition. So in that case, you will use your counter. Counter is nothing but your further bifurcation of your step. Okay, further bifurcation of your step. So just for your understanding, I will take one example. Maybe just I'll create, for today's session, I'll create one dummy procedure. Okay, LG, I'll create one dummy, LG dummy. Okay, using this, we will practice everything. Okay, now let us see, just let me save this. Let's save this. Now, I'll go to control data. I will show you the importance of counter. Now just, I have maintained 1 as my LR00, and I'll maintain my 2 as your K004. This is one discount. I'll explain what are these discounts and all. You are going to learn that. Okay, now this is what I have, we have configured pricing like this. 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. Now let me open my dummy procedure once again. So just this is how your procedure looks like. Sequence step 1 is this, step 2 is this, and step 3 is this. Now you wanted to introduce a new discount in between your 2 and 3, in between 2 and 3. Now since there is no number here, what you can do is, okay, you can go to new entries. I will enter 2, 1. So 2.1, and now I'll enter K007. I am now just going to add K007. Okay, save. Now just I will show you the procedure how it looks. So just if you see here, you can see 2, 2.1, then just if you add 2.2, you can see. So any doubts on this, how the counter is used? If the numbering in the sequence, numbering in
No,
this,
sir.
okay, wonderful. So just if you have any questions, you can stop me right away, because unlike other topics, pricing is very important. Okay. Now, if your sequencing number that you have in step, if it is not sufficient for you, then just you will use the numbering that you have in counter. Counter is like, it is further bifurcation of your step. So what is the first field in pricing? The first field is step. Step is nothing but it will allow you to maintain the sequence of your condition types. Okay, you can maintain 10, 20, 30, 40, whatever it is. Counter, just you can use further bifurcation of your step. And the third field is your condition type. So just when you maintain, I will maintain whatever my condition type that I wanted to have it in this procedure. The third field is your condition type, and the description.
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir, can we add two counters?
Two counters in the sense you want to add 2.2.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can add. You can add.
After three,
You can add 3.1.
we can add three.
Ah.
3 and 1, right?
Yeah, three and 1. Yes, you can have multiple counters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, now this is the description that automatically gets picked up from the configuration, because this is the description what I have given for this particular condition type, and this is the description for this particular condition type. Now, as I said, just we are going to configure this procedure now. We will see how we can configure. So the first one is step, second one is counter, further bifurcation, just if I wanted to give. Then this is my condition type that I wanted to have in my procedure. Condition type is nothing but the different type of price components, and the description system will automatically updates. Okay, description automatically updated by the system. So just we have, so far we have discussed 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have from and to. Okay, listen this carefully. This is very important. You have from and to. Now let me put it 10, 20, 30, sorry, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay, say now let us assume, just take an example. My selling price of the product is 10,000. Okay, just I'm not going by exact value. So the first type of discount is 200. The second type of discount is 300, 200. Third type of discount is 300. So all these in negative values. So we know the discounts will be in negative value. Now I wanted to sum all the discounts I have. So that is the calculation I wanted to do. So I wanted, okay, here just you have description. So just I wanted to calculate my discount one, okay, my discount total. I wanted to calculate discount total. So how do you calculate discount total? So just discount 100, 200, 300. So when I wanted to calculate discount total, if you see here, my first discount is at 20. So just I want system to sum up all these three values and update here. So how can I tell the system, okay, sum up all these three values? So I have to tell the system, okay, sum the value that is there in 20, add it to the value that is there in 30, and add it to the value that is there in 40, and update in discount total. So here I wanted to tell the system, okay, add value that is there in 20, add value that is there in 30, and add that value that is there in 40. Okay, this is what I wanted to tell the system. Now you can tell the system by saying that, okay, take all the values that are starting from 20 to 40. Okay, if you maintain like this, okay, if you are saying like this, take all the values starting from 20 to 40 and update in discount total. So that means when you say here, okay, when I say here, okay, just let me go to this procedure. Okay, now just you can see you have two, there is one discount, and at 3 you have another discount. Now what I will do is I will say my discount total. Okay, my discount total, I'll say take from 2 to 3 all the conditions that I have. Okay, so this is my step 5. Okay, so what does it mean? What we are trying to tell the system is, okay, just let me save this and I'll show you again. Okay, so just when I maintain like this 2 to 3, or maybe whatever values that are there from 2 till 3, it will add all those values. Maybe just let me create it in a better way so that you will understand it. Okay, I'll just remove everything. Okay, we are going to take time to discuss and to understand, and as done before, we'll practice everything, every control that we have in the system. Okay, K004 is the second discount, K005 is the third discount, and K007 is my third discount. And at 50, okay, this I wanted to calculate the total of discounts. So this is only just calculation. I can give the description. Okay, discount. Okay, so I wanted system to sum all the values starting from 20 to 40. So when I say 20, from 20 to 40, so then what system understands, okay, just I'll put it in a better way, just a minute. So when you say from 20 to 40, then what system will say, from 20 to 40, whatever conditions are there in between, okay, whatever conditions are there in between, it will add. So when you say from and to, then it will add all those values. It will add all those values. Let us assume you have 21, 22, 23, 31, 32, 33. So it will add everything that is in between 20 to 40. So when you maintain from and to, then system will add all the condition values from this particular step number to this particular step number. Is it clear?
Sir, is it,
Yes, sir.
is it considered control lines also?
Sorry?
When we give the from and to values, in between, let's suppose we have given some counter numbers.
Yes, it will consider everything.
It will consider everything, right?
20.1, 20.2, 20.3. Yes, everything that comes in between 20 to 40 will be considered.
Oh, okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So that is the purpose of from and to. Now, let us assume, okay, this is the meaning of from and to. Now, let us assume a scenario. This is a discount which you wanted to give 10% on your net value, or 10% on of your price. Okay, just listen carefully, guys. So we have discussed how we can use from and to. So now there is a discount. Just don't go by actuals. Just I'm giving an example. There is a discount which I wanted to give 10% of the value of from this price LR00. Then how you tell the system? How you can tell this to system? Okay. Now I wanted to charge 10%. 10% on which value? I wanted to charge 10% on whatever value that I have in line item 10. So in this case, what I will do is I will maintain in from. Okay, we have a field called from and you have field called to. So against from, I will maintain 10. So what does this actually means? This means for while calculating this particular condition type, take the value from. So just go by the name. So you are telling take the value from 10 and use that value for calculating 10%. So you can use from as a basis of calculation. So you can use what is the basis of 10%, on which value this 10% should be calculated. I want that 10% should be calculated on the basis of value that you have in step 10. So when you maintain only from, then that value will be used as a basis. Okay, only that value will be used as a basis. Any doubts on this?
No, sir.
Okay, wonderful. So when you use both from and to, then system uses all the conditions that are there between these from and to, and it will sum up. So we are going to configure the same thing. We are going to configure the same thing, and I will show you. So that is the reason, just to understand this example. Okay. Now just we have discussed, we know what is from and what is to. So if I maintain only from, then this system will understand, okay, I have to use the value that is there in this step 10. Okay, this step 10 for calculating this 10%. So that is the reason, if you use only from value, then that would be used as a basis for the calculation. It will be used as a basis for the calculation. Okay. Okay, so just tomorrow will not have any class. Today just we will discuss all the 16 fields, and I want you to configure this pricing procedure, and I want you to share me the results just like before. I want you to share me the order details where you have all these conditions. So just listen carefully. Now, so we have discussed what is from and what is to. So suppose if I maintain 10 here, so what does it mean? So this particular discount or this particular condition type is calculated on the basis of value that you have in 10. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now what is the next field? Manual only. When you say manual only means this particular condition type is only entered manually. So there are certain conditions, okay, which you call it as header conditions. There are certain conditions which you wanted to enter manually. You don't want system to propose. You don't want the system to propose automatically, but you wanted this particular condition to be manually entered. Okay, to be manually entered. Just let us see what is my step 6. I'll take a condition. HA00 is a condition, and I'll maintain this. HA00 is a discount condition, freight condition, and I'll maintain manual only. So even though just when you select this manual only, then just you cannot have that particular condition with automatic pricing. Okay, just with automatic pricing, just it needs to be only entered manually. Okay, it only needs to be entered manually. Just a minute, I'll decrease the size, maybe then just you can see to the fullest. Okay, yeah, now it is good. Okay, so this is what just we are maintaining. Okay, this is a particular condition I want to add only manually. Just I don't want to get into the automatic pricing. Okay, now just I'll remove this. Okay, I'll just put like this. And now when you say manual means you can only see, you can see the description manual only. That means you can only process this manually. You cannot go by automatic pricing. You cannot maintain records for this. Now you have required. So when I say required, okay, that means if this particular condition type is not there, if this particular condition type is not there, system will not allow you to save. Okay, let us say I'll maintain K005 as mandatory. I'll maintain this particular condition as mandatory. Okay, just I'll take this. I'll maintain this particular condition as mandatory. So I wanted to use this dummy procedure going for all the orders that I create from now on. So where do you assign this procedure? What is the transaction? What is the transaction for pricing procedure determination? OVKK.
KK.
Okay. Yeah, OVKK. Yeah, wonderful. So this is the transaction. Now just we'll go to our sales organization, that is D00, and just I'll go here, instead of LG, just I am going to update the dummy procedure what we have created. Okay, what we have created. Now let me create an order. So just I have made K005. There is one discount. We will see what are these discounts in a later stage. I will explain it in detail. For time being, understand these are the different components that we can have in the pricing. And as of now, I have maintained K005 as mandatory. So let me create an order and let us see how this works. PS01. Just I wanted to create order. Okay. Okay, this is the order just I wanted to create. Okay, for pricing just I have created an exclusive customer. So just pricing and maybe today is 9th September. Just give the description so that it would be easy for you to refer these examples at later point of time, maybe if at all you wanted to. Okay, so this is the material and I wanted to order for some 100 kgs. Okay, you can see the net value here. If you remember, we have already maintained, okay, we have already maintained condition records. Condition records are nothing but the values for each condition type. We have maintained the values in VK11. We have already maintained the condition records in the combination of this customer and material. Why 90 has come? So just we wanted to know why 90 has come. Okay, before that, why euro is coming here? Why? Why euro? Why can't it be USD, or why can't it be INR, or why can't it be a CAD? Why euro? Where is it picking from? We have already discussed this. Okay, just keep that in mind and tell me once the when we join next class. So tell me where this currency is coming from. Okay, now just I'll go to conditions. If you know, just you can tell me right away. Okay, which condition just we have marked as mandatory? Okay, just a minute. K00. Okay, K5 and 7 are coming. So just I'll maintain K004 as mandatory. I'll just save. I have saved. So just I have maintained K004. This particular discount is mandatory. Now let us create an order now and let us see how system will respond if we don't maintain, if it finds any order without K004. Okay, so just I'll come out and I'll create the same order again. Okay, VA01. Is the screen is readable, right? You can read the screen, right? Hope it is not too small for you to read.
Yes, sir. It is
Okay.
okay.
Okay. Now just I'll take the same.
Sir, is it from?
Yeah. See,
Is
yeah.
it from customer master?
Obviously, this is currency is from your customer master. Whatever you maintain.
Sales tab.
Absolutely. So whatever currency that we have maintained in the customer master, that would be used for all the transactions that we do for this customer. But yes, you have an option to change the currency at the document level. Say for example, system has defaulted euro, but you can still be able to change at the document level. Okay, whatever you update at the document level, see, system will take that one. Now just I have changed it to USD. You can see USD now. You can see USD. But by default, system will take the currency from the customer master. Now just I'm trying to process, I'm trying to save this particular sales order now. Okay, I'm trying to save the sales order. Then now just observe a message that you are going to get. It would say there is one, see, system is asking you to complete this particular order. So what is that is missing? It is missing mandatory condition K004 is missing. So why we are getting this message? We are getting this message because the procedure, okay, the procedure we have maintained this particular condition as required. So when I say required, without this, system will not allow you to save the order. Okay, without this, system will not allow you to save the order. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, wonderful. Now just let me remove this. I'll not. Okay, just we will see each control and we will. Now we have statistical. before understanding the importance of statistical, let me show you the order first. So here if you see, okay, here if you see, the value is 123, because just I'm going to use the same quantity. Okay, the value is 123.99. So for that I have two discounts. Okay, there is one discount that is 12.38 and another discount that is 11.16. So since these are discounts, they get debited from the net value. So this is my total discount. You can see the total discounts. The total discount value is 23.54. Why this is coming? Because we have maintained in the pricing procedure from 20 to 40. Okay, so that is the reason it has come. So just when you, okay, let me convert this into euros, it would be easy. Okay, just I'll come out. Okay, I'll just change it into USD, then euro, it would be easy for us to calculate. Okay, where do you maintain exchange rates? Did we maintain exchange rate anywhere? Exchange rate type, to be precise.
Yes, sir.
Where is it? Where did we maintain exchange rate type? We have maintained exchange rate type
Material master.
we have
Material
maintained
master.
exchange rate type M.
Yes, sir. M we have maintained.
It is there in your customer. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So just try to have it on your fingertips. Now just I'll go here. See, my selling price is 111.10 and my discount is 21.10. So that is the reason I have got 90. Okay. So this 90 euros I have got whenever I have ordered 100. So I have two discounts, K005 and K007. Now we are trying to understand statistical. So now, okay, so just I have K005, okay, K007, I have 10 euros. Now, I'll go to my pricing procedure and against K007, I'll maintain statistical. First, I will show you the result, then just I'll explain you the concept. Now, let me come out and create the same order again. So that is the reason, like for practicing pricing itself, you need to create at least some 100 to 150 orders. Every control, just you need to create one fresh order and see the result. Okay. Now just I'll go here. Okay, just I'll maintain KSV. Okay. I'll go to conditions. Earlier it was some 90, right? Earlier it was some 90. Where is it? So now you can see the value is 1000. Value is 1000. Just I'll put only 100 kgs just like before. It would be easy for us to compare. Now just I'm putting 100. Okay. Now just earlier the value was 90, but why 100 now? Because I have used the same quantity. Okay, and same material and customer. But earlier it was 90, but why it is 100 now? If you observe, this is in blue color. This is in blue color, but this is not in blue. That means system is not considering this value. Okay, system is not considering this value in calculations. System is not considering this value in calculations. So why it is not considering? Because in pricing procedure, we have maintained this as statistical. We have maintained this as statistical. Statistical means it is only for the purpose of information, but it will not have impact on the calculations. Okay. So usually you will use statistical. Maybe just I'll take 150. I'll explain. VPRS. What is VPRS? We have discussed. What is VPRS?
Cost price.
Yes, absolutely. The value comes from your material master. So just I wanted to have this value in my order, but I don't want my cost to be involved in any of the calculations. So just I'll maintain statistical for this. Okay, don't bother about the rest. We will see the remaining. Just I'm saving. Okay, now just let me create the order again. Let me create the order again once again. Just I'll come out of it. ES01. As I said, just tomorrow we'll not have any class. Intentionally, I'm going to give you a preparation break. Okay, so use tomorrow and try to practice whatever we are going to discuss now. Okay, now just I'm creating an order again. Okay, just now just since I have removed the statistical, system is using my K007 value in calculations. Okay, so that is the reason that everything is in blue. So whatever you see in blue, that is involved in the calculations. Okay, Now, but for VPRS, if you see, it is not in blue because I don't want system to consider this value while calculating while doing calculations. So just to elaborate, okay, we are going to do one more thing. Guys, you can stop me. Now just I will say, I will add one more line item here. Okay, I will say final total. Okay, and I'll say from 10 to 150. I want everything to be added. Okay, I want everything to be added. But since I have maintained, so when I said 10 to 150, that means whatever that is there from 10 to 150, whatever conditions that are there from 10 to 150, everything will be added. Since the discounts are in negative, so they will be subtracted. But I have at 150 I have VPRS, but I have maintained it as statistical. Okay, so first let us remove the statistical and I will show you the result. Then just we will put the statistical and we will understand the impact. Okay, I have removed statistical. I have maintained VPRS at 150, but I have not maintained statistical here. And my final total I have maintained from 10 to 150. All the conditions that are there from 10 to 150, I wanted to add everything and I wanted to update in final total. You can see the description even in the same in the order with the same convention. Okay, now I'll create the order again. Just I'll come back. So especially pricing, don't by heart anything. Understand the concept. Okay. Now just I'll create same. I'll create the order again. I'll take the same material, same quantity. So it would be easy for us to analyze. Just I'll take cases. See, you have 100. Okay, go here. Just go to conditions. Why? Okay, why? What does this mean green and why this is in yellow? Why this has become inactive? Why this has become inactive? Why only 100? Where is this 100 coming from? Where is this 100 coming from? Where is the cost coming from? Cost ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తుంది? Guys, you are there?
Yes, sir.
So this cost is coming from your material master. Okay, and why your price has become inactive? Like if it is in yellow color and triangle shape, that means inactive. So the basic fundamental, you cannot have two prices in the sales order. Even your cost is a type of price, right? So that is the reason. Just it has inactivated the previous ones. But here the system is considering the value of VPRS into calculation. So this value is again updating here. But I don't want system to consider this value. I want to cost only for the sake of information. Now we will create the same example by updating VPRS as statistical. So now see the result, how it responds. Okay, see the result. Okay, now just I'll create the same order again. I'll create the same order again. Here 01. I'll take 100 kgs. So just if you go here, so this value is not in blue. So you can see the statistical mark is checked here. It is updated here because in the pricing procedure we have updated VPRS is a statistical condition. Statistical condition means we wanted only that for the purpose of information. We don't want this value to be part of in any of, see, your final total. You can see the final total. Why 168 has come? Where is this coming from?
It is the combination of all 10 to 150.
Yeah, even it is adding this, right? See, even
Yes.
this is, yes. So now you don't want this to get added. So what you can do? This discount just I wanted only for the information purpose. So just you have to maintain your statistical against even total discount, isn't it? Are you guys understanding? So
Yes,
if I,
sir.
yes, if I maintain statistical here, then even this value is not considered in my calculations. So if you see here, so everything is getting added up, and that is the reason just you got 168. So I'll go to the total discount. Now I'll go here and I want it, I'll update it as statistical. I want this only for information purpose. When I say 10 to 150, I don't want system to consider this value as well as this value, because these two values statistical is maintained. Okay, statistical is maintained. Now just I'll go and create the same order again. Now you will get the appropriate result. Now just I'll come back. VS01. And I'll take 100 cases. Go to conditions. See here, 90 has come. Okay, and it will not be added here. Okay, just a minute. This is, I have put statistical. This will not come. Why this 168 is coming here? Can anyone tell? Why this 168 is coming here? Hello? You guys are there?
Yes, sir.
168, where is it coming from? So this is my, I'll explain why this is coming. I'll explain it later. So this is the value. I'll explain, don't bother. There are some other fields that I need to explain. So this is the value what you are going to charge to the customer. So how this 90 has come? The actual price of the material is 111.10. For that you have two discounts, that is 21.10. So just you will debit this 21.10 from your 111. So that is the reason just your 90 has come. Okay, your 90 has come. Okay, now I'll go. Okay, now so just we have discussed what is statistical. I'll explain why that 168 is coming. Just I'll explain. We'll go one by one. Now, so just we updated these two as statistical, and I have maintained this as manual. Now, okay, the next field is called print. The next field is called print. So now let me create a sales order. Just listen this, VA01. Okay, VA01. Just I am going to create a sales order. Just okay. Okay, so just everything. So whenever I have already explained you, just every time whenever you create, just go to this incompletion log, make sure the document is perfect. Now every time when I create an order, maybe just I wanted to give an order confirmation to my customer. Don't bother about this. We are going to discuss this particular activity when we talk about outputs. Don't bother about it. So just what I'm trying to do is just trying to take printout of the order. Okay, that I have just created, which I can give it to my customer. I'm trying to take the printout. So just don't bother about this activity. We are going to discuss this in detail in outputs. Now, when I try to take the order confirmation, like whenever I create an order, I wanted to give an output of the order confirmation to the customer. So while taking the printout, okay, just in this particular transaction, I have these many condition types are there. Okay, I have these many condition types are there, out of which, okay, what are the conditions which you wanted to print? Okay, what are the conditions which you wanted to print? So your print here will tell you what are the conditions that you wanted to print, whether you wanted to print at total item level or total level. I'll explain what is item level and total level just a minute. So whether you wanted to printing at item level or you wanted to do the printing at total level. So what is printing at item level and what is printing at total level? So let us see. You have two line items. Just don't get confused. This is material A and this is material B. Okay. Now just you have given 100 rupees discount for this material A and you have given 200 rupees discount. So what is the total discount for this particular order? The total discount is 300. Now, when you say, let us assume this is the discount, what we are referring is K004. Now, if against K004, if you maintain that you wanted to print at total level, then this 300 would be printed, okay? Instead of each individual line item, your total will be printed. But if you select at item level, that means for every item, okay, for every item, you will see the discount, whatever that is applicable. For every item, whatever that is there, you can see it, okay? Maybe just if you see. So whether you wanted to print at the total level or whether you wanted to print that information at the item level, or you don't want to print your cost on the order confirmation. So that is the reason just you will not select this. Okay, as of now, we have selected only this particular PR00. Let us see how this works. Let us see how this works. Now just let me show you the order confirmation, how it looks. Okay, I have created order 20305. So just don't bother how it, what I'm doing. That is a different topic. At that time, just I'll explain. Okay. Just I'm trying to show one order confirmation, how it looks. I have not done configuration for our enterprise structure, so it is getting an issue. Maybe just I'll take the one. Yes. So just what we are discussing print. So in the print, you can have two options. You can have three options. You can leave it as blank that you don't want to print this particular values of this condition type, or you can maintain X. That means at line item level, each line item level, just you wanted to show the result on the printout, or if you maintain S, then the system will update the total discount as 300. Just I will show you. Just give me a second. I'll take the one that is there in recent times. Just I wanted to show you output. Just be with me. Uh, there is an error with my form. I have done some form changes. I'll show you this output maybe in next class. Okay. So just remind me. I'll show you how the print works for different condition type. But for time being, remember that your print that you have here. Okay. The print that you have here will tell you whether you wanted to, the first thing, whether you wanted to print this value or not, or whether, then if you are printing, whether you wanted to print this value at header level or item level. Just let me check one more order. Actually, I have done some changes to the program, output type program for the other class. Let me see this works. Okay, just a quick recap. So it starts with step. It is a sequencing of condition types, then counter, then condition type, description automatically comes. So if you enter only from, then that will be used as a basis for calculation. If you have both from and to, then system will accumulate or sum all the values that are between these two sequences. This is manual only, means this is only processed manually. Required means this is mandatory condition. If it is not there, then just system will not allow you to save the order. Statistical means that particular value is not part of your calculations. Okay, and print, at which level you wanted to print this particular condition type values, at which level you wanted to print. Okay, let me show you if this works out. I told you, right, there is an issue with my forms. I'll show you, I'll just get this rectified by next class. So I'll show you the result of printing at item level, printing at header level in the next class. Just bear with me till that time. Okay, now subtotal. Before understanding subtotal, let us take an example. Okay, let us take an example. Okay, just we'll take the same example. Just I'll remove everything else. Guys, listen this carefully. My selling price of this material is 10,000. For this, I have 2 discounts, or rather 3 discounts. Okay, 300. So what is the total discount that I'm going to give? 600. Okay, now I'll take 45. So I'll take this as net value. I'll take this as net value. So I wanted to see what is my value of the product after taking all the discounts. So what is my value? 10,000 minus my discount. Okay, 400, right? This is the amount that I need to charge to my customer. So this is my freight. Freight is nothing but your transportation charges. So my freight is 300. Let us assume my freight is 300. Okay, so I'll maintain 55. I'll create another net value 1 or 2. So this is total of your net value 1 plus your freight charges. So this is 700. Okay, so this is one net value. This is another net value, and this is my selling price. Okay, just be with me, you will understand what I am trying to do. Let us assume I wanted to charge some 10% of tax. I will show you how the tax will be calculated at later stage. Let us assume the tax is 10%, so that would become 70. Okay, now just I'll add my another value here. Maybe I'll add 65. I'll call this is my net value 3. Net value 3. So the total the customer that he needs to pay is total 770 euros or 770 euros. Okay, 770. How much is this? This is 10,000, and I am giving discount of how much? 600. So that means this would become 9,400, right? Hello? What is my discount? This is 600. So this is my net value become 9,400. And on 9,400, just I wanted to add my freight charges. So this would become 9,700. Okay, and 10% of 9,700 is 970. Okay, 970 is my tax. So the total becomes 10,670. Okay, 10,670. Now, so this is my total. So here, say let us assume, just listen this carefully. Let us assume I have a customer has got a credit limit. Okay, just I said, when I say credit limit, if I give 10,000, that means up to 10,000. Okay, up to 10,000, the customer can buy without paying any amount. So now the customer can buy up to 10,000. Now, if this value is considered to check the credit limit, he is allowed because this is within the credit limit only. But if system checks this value, this is beyond his credit limit. So in that case, system will not allow him to use this particular transaction without paying the money. Let us assume this is your credit card which has got only 10,000 limit, but after taxes the total value that you need to pay is 10,670. So obviously your card will not allow. So your subtotal will tell you, okay, subtotal is like you actually store this value temporarily, okay, for further calculations. Remember these wordings. So you will store the value temporarily for further calculations or for further processing. So there are basically three subtotals which are most commonly used: A, B and 7. I'm going to explain what are these. So generally A is used in credit management. Okay, A is used in credit management. So if I maintain, say let us assume this is my subtotal. Okay, if I maintain A here, then system will use the value against this particular condition type while doing comparison against the credit limit, So if I maintain A here against LR00, then the value of this particular item is used for checking the limit, okay, checking against the credit limit exposure. But if I have maintained A here, okay, instead of here, if I have maintained A here, then system will store this value, okay, temporarily to check the existing credit limit and to check whether this customer is allowed to process this particular transaction or not. So if you maintain A, then that value will be used in credit management. The subtotal is like, whenever we have three examples of subtotals, A, B and 7. So whenever you use subtotal A, that value is temporarily stored, okay, and that value is used for checking the credit management credit limits. Okay, is it clear? So I have these many values, okay, I have these many values. If I consider only this value, system will check. If I put A here, then system will use, oh, okay, this is caps here, just this is case sensitive. If I update A here, then system will use this value to check the credit limit, available credit limit. But if I have updated here, if I have updated A here, then system will use this value for checking the credit limit. But if I update here, then system will use this value for updating or for checking against the credit limit. So subtotal is nothing but it is a field, okay, it is a field value that is stored temporarily, which is used for further calculations or analysis, okay, for further calculations or analysis. So we are going to see the uses of subtotal in detail again when we talk about credit management. But yes, there are basically 3 or 4 subtotals which we are going to use very frequently. Okay, so subtotal A means it is used for credit management. Subtotal A is used for credit management. B is used for cost. Okay, for cost. Okay, and 7 is used. Okay, you have another subtotal which we are going to is used for rebate. Okay, so 7, if you maintain 7 here, that means if you maintain 7 here, that means whatever value that is there in line item step 50, okay, that value will be considered for rebate calculation. Okay, if you maintain 7 here, 7, as I said, this is the value that you wanted to use in rebate calculation. So whatever value that you get here, that value will be considered for rebate calculation. If you maintain A here, this value is considered for checking your credit exposure. So subtotal is temporary storing of the value for further calculations or further processing. Okay, it is a temporary storing of the value. Okay, we will see that this in detail when we talk about credit management. So for time being, understand subtotal will temporarily save the values, okay, and which will be used at the subsequent steps, either for further calculation or further processing. So basically we have 3 types. Okay, just remember only these 3 types that are good enough. Okay, A, B and 7. A is used whenever just we wanted to use that particular field value for credit management. 7 is used whenever we wanted to use that field value for rebate, and B is used whenever just we wanted to consider this for costing. Okay, any doubts on this, guys?
No, sir.
Okay, now requirement. So this is a most important thing, requirement. Okay, now just understand requirement. Requirement is nothing but predefined conditions. Okay, this is the layman's understanding of requirement. Okay, predefined conditions. Okay, what is predefined conditions? Maybe just I'll explain with a layman's example. Okay, now government wanted to give scholarship to students who fulfill certain criteria. What is the criteria? They should get 90% and above score, and their annual income, their parents' annual income should be less than 5 lakh per annum. Okay, and this they wanted to give only for girl childs. So these are the conditions that are required to be met if you want to get a scholarship. So just if someone wants to get scholarship, first, it would be only applicable for girls who has scored more than 90% and their parents should have an annual income less than 5 lakhs per annum. Only when these conditions are met, then only that girl is eligible for scholarship. In the same way, every condition we can have a requirement, predefined conditions, okay, predefined rules that are should be maintained or that are should be eligible. System should check these conditions before proposing this particular condition type in your order. Now just let us see what are the predefined conditions that we have. Okay, what are the predefined conditions? Okay, so I'll put requirement as 2. So what is this 2 checks? Okay, I have put this requirement 2 against LR00, against my selling price. So what is this 2 checks? These 2 checks, just go here, click on the source text. I will give you some 10 to 15 requirements, don't worry. I'll give some 10 to 15 requirements in total put together. Okay, so when you put requirement 2, this requirement 2 will check whether in item category the pricing is maintained as X or not. I will show you how this works. So what is requirement? For layman's understanding, requirement is nothing but these are predefined rules. Okay, these are predefined rules. I have maintained requirement 2. So your requirement 2, what it checks, it will see what is the item category of this particular line item. So what is my item category? TAN. Okay, so it will check pricing is turned on in item category or not. So what system will check is, just we'll test now. We'll test this. So what requirement 2 checks is, whenever you create any order for any material, system will go to that particular line item and it will go to the line item category. Okay. So what is the transaction for item category configuration? What is the transaction where you can configure item categories? Vivo V7. Okay. So system will go to that particular line item and it will see what is the item category for that particular line item, and it will go to that particular item category and it will see whether X is maintained or not. What is X? This means this is relevant for pricing. So now let us remove this X now and we will see how this works. I am removing X in TAN and I have maintained the requirement 2 here. So what is the requirement 2 checks? Requirement 2 checks whether the item category of that particular material, okay, for that item category X is maintained as in pricing or not. Okay, now I have checked requirement 2. Okay, now I am saving. Now I will create an order. Now I will create an order and we will see how system responds now. Just I'll go here. I'll just come out of it. 01 OR. Now I'll show you how system actually carries out. When I press enter, okay, just a minute, let me maintain this date, also requested delivery date. Now the moment when I press the enter, first and foremost system will try and find out what is the pricing procedure that it should be using for this particular transaction. Okay, what is the, okay, just I'll maintain it basic. How system will arrive at the pricing procedure? System will find, okay, system will understand Okay, what is the sales area? System will find what is the sales area. Then it will see what is my document pricing procedure and my customer pricing procedure. Okay, so just I'll go to analysis. I'll go to analysis. I'll go to analysis. So system, first it will find what is the procedure that is relevant for this particular transaction. So this is the procedure. Then it will go to the condition type. Okay, it will go to the condition type. I'll go in the procedure now. So it will go to this condition type and it will check whether any requirement is there or not. Okay, whether any requirement is there or not. So we have a requirement. So what this requirement checks, it checks whether the item category has got pricing active or not. So it will come out, okay, it will see what is the item category for this particular line item. What is the item category for this item? TAN. So it will go to Vivo V7, okay, it will see whether X is maintained in for this item category or not. Do we have X here? No. Since this requirement has not fulfilled, that is the reason you don't see your LR00 here. You don't see LR00 here. So why LR00 is not here? Just if you want to understand in detail, go to analysis and click LR00. It says condition has been ignored because requirement 2 is not fulfilled. So what is requirement 2? Requirement 2 will check what is the item category for this particular transaction. Okay, just a minute. What is the item category for this particular transaction? Item category is TAN. Then system will check whether in TAN the pricing is maintained X or not. Okay, if X is there, system will go to the next step. It will go to what is the access sequence and what is the key combination. But the first requirement, the predefined rule itself is not maintained. So that is the reason system condition has been ignored. System is not proposing this particular condition because this requirement is not fulfilled. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So requirement, just in the layman words, these are predefined conditions. So we have some standard requirements we are going to discuss one by one. Okay. For time being, just requirement 2, just I have explained requirement 2. In the same way, we have another requirements also. Just I will explain when we talk about that particular condition. As of now, just we are talking only about this PR00 or LR00. Okay. Now, what is calculation type and base type? What is this and what is this? Now, let us, guys, if you understand this concept once, you don't have to worry about. I know people who still struggle in understanding difference between your alternate calculation type and alternate base type. Okay, just pay attention. Okay, just pay attention. Now, this K004, I wanted to give 10%, so directly I could calculate. But I wanted to calculate this discount by using a formula. Okay, my formula is like, I wanted to take, just giving a hypothetical example, I wanted to take 50% of my selling price. On that, I wanted to subtract my K004. Okay, from that, I wanted to subtract my K004. And again, for this value, just I wanted to take half of the value. And I wanted to take this value and update in K007. So what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to arrive at this value for this condition type using a formula. So that is what alternate calculation type is. So you are trying to calculate this particular condition using an alternate formula. So whenever just you have any formula for calculation, you will maintain that formula. So this formula will be given a number. Okay, this formula will be given a number. So just you will say, I wanted to calculate K007 using this formula. So you will give that logic to your ABAPer and your ABAPer will develop that logic. Okay, and that logic will be given a number. Okay, remember, for time being, remember only up to this. So, and that number is updated against your alternate calculation type. Maybe just to make you comfortable, I'll take the standard pricing procedure and I'll show you the calculation types that are there, and maybe just I'll explain it by taking example of 1 or 2. Just be with me. Okay, I'll go to the standard procedure. What is my standard procedure? RVAA01 is my standard procedure. RVAA01 is my standard procedure. I'll go there. RV. Just I'll go control data. We'll take an example where we have calculation type, and I'll explain. Just I'll go in change mode, I mean display mode, so that I will not change. Okay, I'll go. Okay, I'll try to give you the best example. This is the best example. You wanted to calculate profit. Okay, you wanted to calculate what is the profit that I have incurred for this particular transaction. So just you have developed a formula, and that formula was given a number 11. We call these numbers as routines. So just I'll not confuse, just for time being, understand these are numbers. So what is the logic that is there in profit margin, or what is the formula? So for calculating profit margin, okay, for calculating profit margin, you wanted to use certain formula, and that formula is stored against this number 11. Okay, and that is the reason this 11 is assigned against your profit margin. So what it actually means, your profit margin is calculated by using this formula. So what this formula says, your net value minus your cash discount. Okay, your net value, okay, your net value minus your, just I'll show you. This is NETWER and this is WAVWER. Just be with me. This is how your ABAPer writes a logic. So your profit margin, KWERT, is nothing but your profit margin. Your profit margin is arrived by subtracting the net value. First subtracting, just let me see what is this value, WAVWER, just I'll see that. So NETWER is nothing but your net value. Okay, just be with me. With this I will stop. I know just today just we have discussed so many fields. But use tomorrow's time, at least go through this video at least once or twice minimum, and try to create your own procedure with whatever fields we have discussed. Okay, just we have another 3 or 4 fields left over, so we are going to discuss those 3-4 fields in subsequent sessions. That's what we are going to take from Monday onwards. Okay, so NETWER is nothing but your net value. NETWER is nothing but your net value, and you are using your net value and your cost of material. Okay, so just you are subtracting your cost from your net value to arrive at your profit margin. Okay, to arrive at your profit margin. So this is, what is this, WAVWER, just remember. I'll show you this. So this particular formula is stored in this number, and this number is see, you can see WAVWER is nothing but the cost in document currency. So you are subtracting cost from your net value to arrive at your profit margin. Okay, to arrive at your profit margin, and this you have written a formula. Okay, this you have written a logic for this particular calculation, and that logic is stored in a number called 11, and that 11 is assigned against your alternate calculation type. So whenever you wanted system, you cannot, sometimes you cannot use from and to. Okay, because there are so many conditions between your cost and your selling price. There are so many conditions. So that is the reason just you wanted this 11 to use your cost and your PR00. Just you wanted to subtract your PR00. Okay, from this you wanted to subtract your VPRS. So that is what it is actually maintained in this particular formula 11. Okay, the formula 11 is nothing but subtract your PR00 and VPRS. Okay, we subtract VPRS from your PR00. So that is what your calculation types tells. Okay, so just if at all, in the same way, if at all I wanted to have my K007 to be calculated like this, maybe just I'll give a number, and that number I will assign against K007 alternate calculation type. Maybe let us assume that number is given like 700. Okay, I'll assign 700 against this particular number. Okay, so that is alternate calculation. This is alternate calculation type. Okay, maybe I will stop here. Today just go through everything whatever we have discussed. Okay, just we have only 3 more left. Okay, Monday just we'll discuss all these remaining 3, and for everything, for subtotal I'll give you 3 examples. For requirements I will give you another 3 or 4 examples. We are going to understand by taking different examples. For calculation type also I'll give you 3-4 examples, and for even alternate base value, okay, for this base type also I'll give you some 3-4 examples. Okay, we will see that and we will practice and we will see how the calculation happens. Okay, we'll see it in detail. So how you felt today's session? Is it confusing or is it okay?
No, sir, it is okay.
Okay, so just go through this recording, maybe just right after this class I'll share